The Fifth Circuit Court in New Orleans has ruled that no new facility can be built to replace 60-year-old Benito Juarez School in West Dallas. Parents recently appealed to the school board that the facility is totally inadequate and should be renovated. With winter approaching, the school administration has sent workers out to do the needed repairs. Workmen are replacing the old classroom and hallway gas heaters, which parents warned were dangerous, with newer centrally located heaters. The open walkways connecting the old wooden portables are being enclosed to protect students from the weather who have to go to the restrooms and pick up lunch in the school's makeshift cafeteria. Because the school has no cafeteria, food is brought in from a junior high school 10 blocks down the street. The children get a hot lunch, but must return to their classrooms to eat. The school itself is an old wooden main building surrounded by equally outmoded portables. The construction of a new facility nearby to replace the school was stopped because the courts felt the new location of the school would not promote integration. The district could replace the old Benito Juarez building with newer, more modern portables such as these, but to do that would take tri-ethnic committee and court approval. Upon advice from school attorneys, the board decided not to make the request. So the chances of Benito Juarez having a new structure rests with Fifth Circuit, and no one knows when they will make that decision. For Channel 8 News on the Move, this is June Gray.
I think it's been now well established that Mr. Tower has been an absentee senator. As the Dallas Morning News said in December 1971, he has one of the poorest attendance records in the Senate, and for that his alibis have been practically zero and in total completely insufficient. It's been established that he's made a lot of money on the outside, fees from groups which wanted tax breaks or other legislation before his committee. It's been established that his votes in a great many areas have been against the best interest of the people of Texas, voting against Medicare and taking money from an insurance company to fight Medicare, votes against vocational education and aid to higher education.
I think the middle ground should be up to the leadership with our city trustees and our city leaders here in these communities to come to some type of table to let's really work something out.
They're paid the same as the men bailiffs. Our matrons are paid the same as the men jail guards. And our women civil deputies, they do the same duties that the men officers do. They're paid the very same. We're certified. We're proud of it. We've worked hard and long for many years. And we just resent the fact that these women are coming down here doing our talking for us. They haven't contacted us. And we just resent it. We say it's 7 months they come up with an erroneous report like that. They're just bearing out the fact that women are not too responsible unless they earn it. And every one of us have earned it.
And I will tell you that in the two lowest paid brackets in our office, which are classified as 2s and 3s, 30% of those jobs are held by men, not women.
Mary Ann, we appreciate the work you all do for us, the women.
Thank you. We try to earn our salaries because we feel we're very well paid for what we do.
Jethro, I hope this is the last tough workout of the week. Will it be?
I don't think so. I think we got a tough one tomorrow. Tomorrow is defensive day. So that's the toughest day for me during the week.
What did you do today that made everybody come in look like they were beat?
Well, today was offensive day, and we just try to work with offense and help them get their game plan down for the Redskins. So we just try to do the thing that Washington do with our defense.
Before we worry about Washington too much, let's talk a little bit about Baltimore. You played a great game. What was the significance of it? You were just up for it?
Well, I guess so. It was about time, for me to start doing something. I hadn't played well, all year, so I was prepared to play a good game, and fortunate that I was able to play a pretty good game.
What happened in the incident where you slugged him? He slugged you first, or what?
Well, he slugged me first. When Leroy intercepted the pass, I went to blocking to help spring Leroy for a touchdown. But I guess he thought I was trying to take a cheap shot at him, so he swung back, and I'm not going to stand there and let someone swing on me, so I swung back at him. It was a normal reaction. I really swung at him before I realized it because I almost got thrown out of the game, and that was something I didn't want to happen. But it was a close one, and thank goodness I didn't get thrown out of the game for it.
What kind of an offensive line will Washington present?
They got one of the best. You know, they got good blockers to give Haraway and Larry Brown room to run with, and Jurgensen, he's in the starting lineup, and they give him plenty of time to throw the pass. So they got all around good offensive line, so our work is really cut out for us.
They say Barnes is out, but I remember 2 years ago he had the same ailment and played. But I imagine it'll weaken them some. They have a good defense against the outside game. It'll be a close game, and I imagine the defense will have a lot to do with it.
What's the Mustangs' offense going to look like this Saturday?
Should be good, I hope. I imagine we'll run a little bit more than we have in the past as far as the passing. We're more oriented, I think, inside this week than we have been, more than off tackle with the Maxon and the Mars.
And defensively, you have a great club. Have you been tested yet against a good, you've gone against some good passers and runners. What do you think you'll do against Rice?
Well, of course, Gadd's proven himself as a pretty good passer. They're supposed to be running as well as any team we've played against, and I think our defense have proven themselves. Virginia Tech had, the number 2 passer, and Florida showed they could pass, and we did all right against them. I feel they'll play up to par again.
But I think most important, it will afford great speed of service. For example, we have the DocuTel system of baggage handling. As you check in your piece of luggage, for example, as a passenger, it will be routed by rail track to an area which is adjacent to the airplane in which you'll be departing.
Neophyte reporters from high schools all over Texas spent this morning at SMU learning how professional journalists operate the Fourth Estate. Dallas media representatives rapped with the students about all phases of print and broadcast journalism. During my session, I tried to explain why reporters need to get involved in the stories they cover. Now, if you've been watching Channel 8 News, you've been seeing reporter involvement in television news every night. That's a misleading term. It doesn't mean that a reporter stages an event or makes a news occurrence happen. It means that he's active in that news event. The viewer sees that reporter as he's doing his story. Later at a noon luncheon, older reporters who've already made it big offered the novices some advice on how to succeed. Syndicated columnist Virginia Payette rehashed her glamour days as a Hollywood correspondent and promised that reporting is more fun than work. 5 Texans were recognized for outstanding achievement. Newsweek correspondent Hugh Aynesworth for his expose on the John McKee embezzlement case, WFAA manager Mike Shapiro for his show Let Me Speak to the Manager, and Texarkana Gazette editor Harry Wood, famous for battling guidelines on trial publicity. A posthumous award was given Dallas newsman Wick Fowler, and the Fairmont Hotel's public relations director, Betty Holloway, was lauded as a woman with a way in journalism. Hundreds of novice journalists here today think they want to follow in the footsteps of these award winners. One of them is Ron Whitting from Tyler. And Ron, why do you want to get into this business?
I like to let the people know what's going on, and I like to be where the action is.
Sounds to me like you might like to have my job in the next 2 years.
If the opportunity arose, I'd jump at it.
I think I better watch out for my job security by the time he graduates. Martha McIntire, Channel 8 News on the Move.
That's recorded in Bible.
And we would like to say that we don't need anyone to represent us. We
A daughter, a granddaughter, has a 95-pound.
She returned it, not because we're women, but because we think we know.
All of you knew Ms. McCool that we lost here a few weeks ago. We had to vote for her children. Got it? County tax office.
Well, I'm speaking also for the women.
And the people at the courthouse, as well, and the women as well as the men.
So the way we handled the story was I situated Jim Caldwell and Tom Ellis.
Mr. Ray Adler of the Dallas Times.
You know about it, the clerk over there. I wanted to do a somewhat of a montage effect. It's showing shots all over the fair.
You know, whenever they introduce
And our last award, she has told us.
Competition in coffee is becoming so tremendous that